Hello everyone and welcome to Book. Today's video is sponsored by Dr. Pepper. So yeah, today we're going to be reviewing the top 5 books that I've read recently. My 5th most recent reads in a top 5 format. So starting at number 5, this book was called Feed. Excuse my terrible block letters. And it was trash. It was so cringy. I mean, the language that they tried to use was bad. The characters were just blank slates. They had some good ideas, but the execution was just so poor that this was just a ridiculously bad, terrible pacing. It's just a bad book. Okay, on to number 2. It's slightly better than Feed, arguably, but still not great. And yeah, this is just a picture of the title. I don't have the actual book. Don't judge me. Usually after I read books, I don't know, burn them or something. So the thing with the Fifth Wave is the action was good when there was action. There's so much terrible pacing. Literally the entire second book was just people moping around talking about their dead family. I mean, seriously? It had some nice plot points and the villains were really hateable, but all the doing nothing made this just not an enjoyable book to read. Okay, on to Hive, number 3. So this one, not a ton to say here. It was pretty decent. It kind of went off the base idea of social media where if you did something bad that went viral, there could be mobs coming after you, legally, which is a good idea, but the pacing wasn't the best. I mean, it was still a good book. The pacing wasn't the best. And, there's a 50-year-old lady author trying to talk like she thinks teenagers do. So, there is some cringe, but it's kept down to a minimum. So, overall, pretty decent read. So, now, number 2, I think. Yeah, number 2, Dry. In Dry, its strength lies in its realism. So the story is about a water shortage, and people are panicking to get water, rioting, killing each other, stealing each other's water, and of course our heroes have to survive and survive the big catastrophe. And the thing about it is that it seems so realistic. The droughts in California, the water shutoffs, the way that the desperate civilians turn on each other, the way the roads clog up as people abandon their cars so no help can get through. It just seems so real. And that's something that Drive really did well. The one thing that it did poorly is it kind of mixed in super dark stuff. There was this old lady that got burned in this building with otherwise not a dark book. No swearing, no gore. It just the dark stuff that it throws in there, I agree with it. I mean, it fits with the idea, but with the rest of the tone, it just doesn't fit. But yeah, Dry is a pretty good book. So, guess you better start stocking up on water, people. Now for Red Rising, my personal number 1 out of this top 5, and just overall, a very good book. It's a trilogy, as you probably know. And, man, it's just really amazing. There's big, large-scale, just brutal violence, well-written characters. It's really amazing and something that you should probably check out. And it's a trilogy that manages not to have a totally terrible second book. I guess it could kind of fit into the typical dystopian future format. You know what I'm talking about. Evil government that is resisted by our hero. Our hero becomes an icon, and our hero wins. We've all seen it a million times before, Hunger Games, Matched, etc. But Red Rising did such a good job with it that I don't really even care. It's just an amazing book series that you should definitely read. And that concludes today's top 5 video. There will be other videos like this, so keep an eye out. Next, I'm probably planning on reviewing some of the Gone books, which are amazing, scary, and each has their own kind of unique theme. So yeah, make sure to stick around till then. Bye, guys.